Ripper-doody and a fan-doodly show today.
I think you'll find it's a ripper-poodly and a fan-doodly.
Yes. Apologies to long-dead Ward Austin.
That's a sentence you don't hear a lot.
He was one of the great radio giants of the 70s.
And he used to say, it was an ad for Suits, wasn't it? Ripper-poodly and a fan-doodly.
I think it was when he was on the radio.
Well, then did he also do a great bag of fruit, a Silvertex suit?
Oh, I don't know. You didn't really have to say much back in those days, just some sort of silly catchphrase, and that's all you'd get away with.
Is that right, Jonesy? Waka, waka, waka.
A catchphrase, it's my name, okay? Yeah. And I can't help that.
You can't help being christened Jonesy as a baby.
Commercial radio has worn away my first name. I don't even know what it is anymore. Let me say this. The podcast today was banglingly good.
No, well, we're doing it now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And that's why
The show was great.
Okay, the show was great, so it begets what's on the podcast.
Of course it does. So the tribal drum is beating for this has happened at the worst possible time. I had a crazy look when I left the hairdresser yesterday. I still had foils in and a scarf and I looked slightly insane. Luckily, I didn't have a car accident, but it's almost like the universe willed me to run into the back of people.
Yeah, so does that universe work like that every day for you?
It seems to, Brendan.
Also, Celia Pacquola will be joining us, her and her potty mouth.
We put Book Week to the pub test. Emma Gillespie talks us through the Blake Lively scenario. Blake Lively is out and about promoting her new movie, and it seems that she's become the internet bad girl.
And we find out whether Alicia Silverstone is alive or dead.
Spoiler alert, she's alive.
Well, you just ruined that.
Well, you know, for her family's sake, if they're listening.
Enjoy the podcast.
Right now, by the miracle of recording, we had so many requests for them to do it again.
Mistress Amanda.
Miss Keller.
Amanda. Doesn't work alone.
Wow, this is fantastic.
Her friend is in a back room making the tools of the trade.
I've heard them describe him as a drunken idiot.
Sorry, I've been drinking beer.
The legendary pirate Jonesy and Amanda the actress.
Hello, Wiggles.
Congratulations, Mandy.
We're on the radio right now.
What is it you can't face?
Jonesy and Amanda, you're doing a great job.
You have no empathy for anyone but yourself, you giant tool.
Now's the time to hear good radio.
Sorry, a bit of a tongue twist there.
But you're an idiot.
Jonesy and Amanda are here.
It's showtime, a-holes. We're on the air.
Hello there, Amanda. How are you today?
I'm well, and how are you?
I am great. You've got to get onto that show, Portrait Artist of the Year. I told you. It's so good. I was watching it again last night.
I know you're doing this just to wind me up.
Not at all.
This is one of my favourite shows. It's a British show. I've petitioned here in Australia to say if it's ever made, I'd love to do it. It's where they get a whole lot of people to...
But you can't paint.
Yes, I can.
Oh, so you'd be a painter on the show?
No, I'd be the host.
Well, why would you be the host? I want to host it. Maybe we could host it together.
I have championed this show for so long. You've watched it for the first time this week. It's been going for a very long time.
It's a good show.
I saw you put out a picture yesterday, a tweet.
Christian Hook, he's my man.
You said he's going to win.
He's going to win Portrait Artist of the Year. He's going to paint Sir Ian McKellen next week. That's
from 2014.
What do you mean it's from 2014?
You're looking at a season from 2014. This show's been going a long time. You've only just started watching. I must have gone back to season 1. And so when you say he's going to win, he's going to win.
Yeah.
You do know, don't you, that this has been going for many, many years, and you're looking at a very old season.
I may have come in a little late.
You may have come in, and coming in late's fine, but why would you tweet about it as if this is who's going to win? You're looking at a season that's 10 years old.
Well, it's a good show. You should get on board. Your hair looks good today.
Oh, I'll tell you what. So
you'd make a good portrait today.
I had a hair appointment at 5 o'clock, and I forgot that the kids were coming over for dinner last night. And usually I get my hair done during the day, but I had to get this 5 o'clock appointment. And even though I've got 2 strands of hair, when you dye your hair, it takes so long to sit in the chair. And so my hairdresser, Morgan, said, what I'll do, hairdressers don't like doing this, but he said, I'll do you a favour. How about I'll put the colour in your hair and you can go home with foils in your hair and 40 minutes later wash it out. So he watched me put the timing on my phone because I didn't trust myself either. So luckily I'd parked out the front and it was dark when I left. But I drove home with foils in my hair and a scarf wrapped around my head like I was an extra from EastEnders. Oh. And all the way home I was thinking, I cannot afford to have a car accident now. I do not want any reason to have to get out of my car because I looked insane because I still had the foil bits hanging out the front.
Yep.
And so I drove so badly because I was anxious, and it just seemed that I willed every other bad driver to come at me. I almost had 20 accidents on the way home.
So what you're saying is you drove normally.
Probably right.
You drove normally.
I was trying to be aware of driving carefully and realise how badly I normally drive.
And didn't have an accident.
No, I didn't have an accident, but at one point I got to go, so I didn't hear the car.
Those old ladies used to see when I was a kid, and they'd have their rollers, and they'd come to school, the rollers with a...
Yeah.
And they'd have like a scarf or a shower cap on.
That's right. That's what I was.
To set their hair.
And they'd walk around publicly like that. That was part of their look.
Now you're doing
So you'd set your hair so it looks nice for the 10 minutes it looks nice, but you'd walk around with the rollers in for the rest of the day. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, you didn't make any news. No one's...
No, I slunk out, and probably I thought if I do get photographed, they'll just say someone that works near Kyle and Jackie O had weird hair.
Well, the big Daily Mail story is that Kyle's changed his deodorant. He's gone to a roll-on.
Are you joking?
Away from the spray.
Are you joking?
No, really, it's a front page news. No, I just made that.
Oh, did you? Because that's a good story.
The Daily Mail's going, hang on a minute.
Remember that time you said I needed deodorant. You said we needed to buy some team deodorant, and I bought a roll-on.
I know. Well.
I like to share everything.
We've got an action-packed show today. Celia Piccola is going to be joining us.
Absolutely.
You went and saw her on the weekend.
No, I didn't. That was Celeste Barber.
Celeste Barber. Yeah. Celia's on... have you been paying attention?
She's on, thank God you're here.
But she's sometimes dabbles in...
Maybe you step out for this interview. Maybe you step out for this.
That's a good show too. You should get on that. And Instagram makes its return, and we can't do anything till we do the Magnificent Seven.
The question is, question one, which swimming stroke is also the name of an insect?
Jam Nation. We have for you the Magnificent Seven. There are 7 questions. Can you go all the way and answer all 7 questions correctly? If you do that, Amanda will say...
Our prize is pretty great here, and with Father's Day coming up, a double pass to Gig 60 at Sydney Coliseum. Australia's best musicians are going to be performing there. $150 worth of chocolate from Coco Black. Think about that. Father's Day is coming up.
It's about getting question 7 right. Steve is in Bondi. Hello, Steve.
How you going?
Good.
Hi, Steve. Question 1 for you. Which swimming stroke is also the name of an insect?
That'd be butterfly.
That's the one.
True or false? The Great Wall of China is one long, unbroken wall.
False.
Yeah. It's a variety or a series of walls.
You know why they built it?
Why?
Keep the rabbits out.
Is that from that Telstra commercial?
No, it's the Huns. Wanted to get the Huns out.
The Huns, did they? Is that why it was built?
Yeah, you got the Huns coming around. You don't want Huns in your house. Hun.
Is that why they built it?
Yeah, to keep the Huns out.
The Germans were going to invade China.
No, the Huns. The
Huns are the Germans.
No, the Huns were there. That was
the Mongols you're talking about.
The Mongols, but they were called the Huns.
I thought the Huns were Germans.
The Huns were the baddies. That's what a Hun is.
Well, don't call me Hun.
Or a pet name at work. Let's play Lyrical Assassin.
Tell me how this goes again.
What happens is we quote the lyrics to a song, and you have to guess where those lyrics are from. You don't sing the song because that's sing it back
lyrics.
to me.
All right, Steve, get ready because here comes some lyrics. This love has taken its toll on me. She said goodbye too many times before, and her heart is breaking in front of me.
Ooh, who's done this to you?
What's that song?
It's Maroon 5.
Yeah, we're going to need more information. Yeah, very good.
This love? That's it.
Look at Steve go. Vincent van Gogh, this is question 4, only sold 1 painting during his lifetime. It was called what? Was it A, the Red Vineyard, B, Cafe Terrace at Night, C, Self-Portrait Nude and Alone, draped in a bearskin rug?
You're confusing him with Burt Reynolds.
Which one of those was the 1 painting that he sold in his lifetime?
Was it A?
It was the Red Vineyard.
The Red Vineyard. What's the details, Brendan?
Well, he sold that for 400 francs all those years ago. That was bought in 1890 for 400 francs. And then that's about $2,000 by today's standards.
Okay.
And then in 1909... he sold it for he was gone by then.
The person who'd bought it sold it.
Bought it for $150,000. So that was in 1909.
It'd be worth millions and millions.
So what would it be? Am I right? Can you? What would be the?
170,000.
No,
so what's from 1909?
Millions. Be millions.
Okay, well, I'm glad.
Question 5: The Curse of the Black Pearl is the subtitle for the first movie in which franchise?
Ooh.
Quickly, Steve. Sorry, Steve.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Sam Nation.
Podcast.
We are into the Magnificent Seven.
We're into it big time.
We are into it big time, and we find ourselves at question number 5.
Let's go to Tom in Lane Cove. Hello, Tom.
Good morning, guys. How you going?
Very well. The Curse of the Black Pearl is the substitute for the first movie. That was a substitute title, that's subtitle, for the first movie in which franchise?
That would be Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Yep. Which member of the Beatles was part of the supergroup The Travelling Wilburys?
That would be George Harrison.
Yeah, it was George Harrison.
He was only mid-40s when he was in it as
I
well.
know, we thought they were all old coots, didn't we?
Cheap.
Now we're the old coots.
Roy Orbison then was the oldest one at 52.
Really? He was
dead a year
born looking
later.
52. Is he dead? This is how I
Yeah,
find
he
out.
died a long time ago.
Long time ago.
He just had all this success. He had the Wilburys, then he had that
Pretty
song.
Woman?
No, it was another song because of that, but there was another song that came out
Right.
that we play from time to time, and then he goes and carks it.
What did he have?
What, the hit or what did he die
No,
of?
what did he die from?
I think the Rickers of rock and roll.
At 52. Here's question 7.
I don't know if he was 52. He might have been 57.
Here's very specific either way. Tom, here we go. Question 7. According to New Idea, which reality TV show is reportedly in talks with breakdancer Ray Gunn?
Ooh.
Well, you've lost me on that one. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Have a guess because it's all conjecture.
I'll give you a clue,
it's a new
Tom.
idea.
I'll give you a clue. It's not so you think you can dance.
I got no idea, sorry.
Sorry, Tom.
Let's go to Monica of Seven Hills.
Hello, Monica.
Good morning, guys. How's it going?
Very well. So according to New Idea, so you know it's true, which reality TV show is apparently in talks with Ray Gunn, the breakdancer?
Oh, reality TV show. Is it Australian TV
Yes, it is.
show?
Yes, it is.
Oh, it would be like a news one, wouldn't it?
You've got to give us an answer. It's a reality TV show in Australia.
I'm just going to have a guess and say I'm a celebrity.
Yes, you're quite right.
Or you're just saying that you're a celebrity, Monica, or I'm a celebrity?
I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here.
You've
There
done
it
it.
is.
You've
Well
done
done, Mon. Congratulations, you've won the Jam Pack. It's all coming away. A double pass to Gig 60 at Sydney Coliseum. Music legends kick off Sydney Coliseum's music festival this September. $150 worth of chocolate from Cocoa Black. Indulge and delight the special men in your life with Cocoa Black. You've got special men in your life, Monica?
I do. I've got my hubby, so that will come in handy. Thank you so much.
Well, you're welcome.
Indulge him. And Jonesy and Amanda Carriage Chews for the colouring. And some Taylor pencils. Mon, anything you'd like to add to this?
No, all good. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate
Monica,
it.
you are welcome.
Aren't you lovely?
Jonesy and Amanda.
Sam Nation.
Podcast.
You're live on the air. Live and kicking. It's a great day to be alive. And away we go.
I don't want to be a giant whinger, but the hot water tap's not working.
I know,
again.
I know.
I had to go upstairs to KJ show and borrow a cup of hot water
Well,
from
we've
them.
got a kettle, but by the time you boil the kettle, we've run out of time.
Secondly, in my list of whinging, I was just in at the men's toilet, and one of the great pleasures of this building is it overlooks everything. And I was doing a wee in my usual spot there, and it's got you're right near a window, and you look out at all the buildings. Now they've frosted the window.
Has there been a complaint
I
from the
don't know,
building?
because I used to like just doing a wee, just going, hey, I'm doing a wee, look at this. I'm just looking out there, and people could look at me doing a wee.
Maybe that's why it's frosted.
Oh, it's
You know how you're
outrageous.
pixelated on the side of the London bus? Maybe a London cab. Maybe in real life you're going to end up being fully pixelated.
Fully pixelated. so someone has gone to HR. Oh, I don't want to do a wee.
Yeah, well, a lot of people get wee anxiety.
Gemma Right, his generation, they can't even go to a urinal.
Yeah, I use the stall.
Yeah, they all use the. So old blokes like me don't care.
In fact, there's not even a urinal. You've just been weeing on the window.
Well, it was one of the great pleasures doing a wee out while I'm looking at the city.
Well, that's all well and good. Can I get on
And
to
the
the
city
Jalmanac?
looking in on
Let
me.
me flip through the Jalmanac. A big
That much
musical
pleasure in
facts.
my life.
This show doesn't stop because you need to wee. On this day in 2001, Atomic Kitten released their song Whole Again. That's what people said when they saw you. What do you think of when you think of Atomic Kitten? I bet you don't think of receding hairlines and football jerseys, but maybe you should, because ever since the 2018 FA Cup, English fans have been celebrating the coach with this very song. So Gareth Southgate, I think he was the coach for their recent Euro thing too, wasn't he? And then he's resigned. Is that right, Ryan? Well, in 2018, FA Cup, he was the coach. What they decided to do was all the English fans got together to sing the song. I've no idea what that song has anything to do with that game, but either way, you probably don't recognise it from there. So let's play the real deal, and you may know the song we're talking about.
Get it on.
Jam Nation.
See, I'm taking the liberty of taking a picture of the men's urinal here. See what they've done? They've frosted
When you
the
say
window.
urinal, I was expecting like a big long silver trough.
They don't have the troughs anymore.
No, it's just like a big
Too
white bowl.
confronting,
You weren't
apparently.
sitting on that by any chance. Is that
they've
what
got
this
these
is
new
about?
ones. It's all woke these days. You can't.
Woke.
It's woke.
Urinal.
Can't
Listen
go
to
into a
you.
big trough anymore. But look what they've done. Am I right?
It's fully frosted.
It's fully frosted. Look.
Those toilets aren't
No, we can't
woke.
look out.
They're
When-
hygienic.
Yeah, but what's
Any
frosting
change
gotta
in the
do with it?
world you think is woke?
You can't do anything anymore. I want to smoke a cigarette and eat asbestos like we used to do in the good old days. It's 19 to 7. I'm looking forward to Celebrity Theatre Sports on Sunday night.
This Sunday afternoon, 4 o'clock, I'll give you the plug because you don't know when it's on.
I do
Where.
know exactly when it's on.
Yeah, remember, and you said your kids are going to go and watch.
Well, when I say they're going to watch, they expressed a vague interest.
Well, I hope that they enjoyed as much as my son enjoyed it last year
He had
when
a
you
great
took
time.
him along to watch me do it. And you got him terribly drunk, and you were terribly drunk to the point where Jayla Guy's daughter
don't
said,
start this.
these people are being very disrespectful. And Jay said, that's Jonesy and Amanda's son. And I hope, I can't make it this year, Brendan, but I hope you have a fabulous time because it raises money for a great cause.
Kids, canteen.
Kids' canteen.
Canteen.
It's teenagers living with
Yeah, well,
cancer.
they still do canteen, don't they?
Yeah, it's canteen, that's right.
It's a good cause.
Yeah. And
That's
now
why I'm in it.
Ryan, you do theatre sports for pleasure.
Yes.
Yeah, so you're going to be there that night too on the stage.
Yeah, I'm there. I've actually been billed as the first celebrity.
Wow.
So what's happened here? Apparently in the world, now we've got toilets that are frosted, and now Jem Rice celebrity has risen that much. He's now leading a celebrity team.
Yeah. Well, Brendan, I think it's time for you to retire and just sit on the porch and whittle your teeth. I think it's all getting to you.
I'm not really good with theatre sports.
You're not loosey-goosey with your body.
But then Ben Fordham's in it as well.
Yeah.
And I don't know how Ben Fordham would go with it.
You'll be surrounded by, and as Ryan will know, if you'd watched last year instead of just being drunk, you'd have seen you're surrounded by people who do it very well.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be any good at it.
Yeah,
the other people will support you.
There's people from Thank God You're Here. There's
That's
like
right.
some big
the big
names.
theatre sports and a lot of funny, really fabulous, creative people who will make this a fantastic
And it's the
afternoon.
Enmore Theatre. You
great.
can put anything on there.
It's
At
great.
the Enmore. I've been nude on stage at Enmore Theatre.
Imagine if I'd gone and heckled that night, got drunk and meh.
I thought you were in the crowd. So, Jem Rye,
Yeah.
how can people get tickets?
So you can go to Ticket Tech to grab them. That's
Yep.
where I'm looking at this page here, Ticket Tech.
So it's Sunday, 4 o'clock at the Enmore Theatre. It is.
So it's afternoon, so it's not going to kill you?
It is a fabulous event. It really is. And it's funny and it's quirky and it's great, great fun.
We should start some trash talking with the other teams, like Jem Rye's team,
Oh, do your trash talking. Go, Brendan.
the non-P at the urinal team,
Gee, that's got to hurt.
the no
Wow,
Ps.
that's harsh. That's really
The no
harsh.
Ps. And there's Fordham. Who else is in there?
Osher is going to be there.
Ginsberg's there.
Adam Spencer.
Yeah, Adam Spencer. Rob Carlton.
Rob, who we
Carlton.
interviewed him, he's very good at it.
Yeah.
So, Brendan, no one will be
I
looking
might
at
be
how
good
bad
at
you are.
it.
No, you're not. You told me you auditioned for a TV show about this, thinking you'd be the host, and instead you
Yeah.
had to wave your arms around and participate. Never heard from them again. You're not good at this, but you don't have to be.
Don't say that before. I can get this support from home, not you. Buy your tickets because you're raising money for cancer.
And it's a great afternoon. It really is.
We'll see you on Sunday.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
We have a London cab tootling around the streets of Sydney. It's got our dolly faces on it, our little dolly bodies. Jonesy's in the nude. His plastic mound is covered with some pixels. But you can always just hail the cab down. Michael is the driver's name.
Lovely
You can
fella.
hail him down anytime you like. But we are giving lifts to and fro to people throughout the week. Yesterday afternoon, Narelle and her husband Jason
Yeah.
had a ride. Narelle's husband had arranged this. She's had 4 bouts of ovarian cancer. They're from Nowra. She's in Sydney for a checkup, and husband wanted to take her to lunch in Chinatown. So the cab came into service and they had a great day.
They had a nice succulent Chinese meal.
That's exactly what they had.
Today we've got Julia and Tony. Hello, Julia and Tony.
Morning.
Hello. Tell us where you're off to.
We're off for a vacation of a lifetime in Europe.
Ooh.
So you're on in a cab, our cab, on the way to the international airport. And why is this trip so special?
Well, I finally decided I'd turn 60, and I'm a European vacation virgin. I've never done a backpack, never done a Kontiki tour, never had a gap year, went straight from school to uni to work and thought, what the heck? Let's do it now.
How brilliant.
That's how you do it back then. You went and worked. The kids these days, I'm going to have a gap year for 15 years.
And so where are you heading off to?
We're going to Europe. And I'll let Tony do the itinerary because he's got it all in his head.
Oh, no. Well, we're doing a river cruise from Budapest to Amsterdam, and then running around meeting another couple in Dubai on the way, and then running all the way through UK, Paris, then across to Venice, Florence, Rome, back home.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
We're going to be exhausted.
You're going to love it.
That is such a great
And I
trip.
think you're getting the worst of the European heat will have finished.
Yeah.
Perfect time.
And
of
also, we're getting you to the airport with no worries because you got Michael, you're in our cab. That's the problem when you're getting to the airport. You get airport anxiety. You're not having that right now.
No, it's like we're already in business class because there's so much space in the cab.
Oh, look, I'm so thrilled for you both. I'm glad you got in touch and have a fabulous trip.
Have a great time.
Thank you, guys. That's awesome.
This is fantastic.
Thank you so much.
It's a cool thing to start with.
That's
Yeah,
do you want
it's a
love it.
do you want Amanda to go around and water your plants?
Need any help? Walk the dog?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love you to come with us.
Yeah.
Oh,
Imagine
okay.
that.
All right.
See you there.
Love it.
Julie and Tony, have a great trip. Thank you so much.
If you'd like to go anywhere in the cab, let us know on our socials and we'll see if we can get you there and home.
Yeah, that's easy peasy. Check it out.
Jam Nation.
We're doing a grab right now. Who wants some free money?
Instant.
Coin cash.
Moolah.
I like the sound of that.
Jonesy and Amanda's.
Go, Habibi. You've got 10 questions, 60 seconds on the clock. You can pass if you don't know an answer. We'll come back to that question if time permits. If you get all the questions right, here it is, $1,000.
You can make it $2,000 by answering one bonus question, but it is double or nothing. But it's been ages since anyone's won the 1,000 even.
Beth is in Lewisham. Out of all of the shams in Sydney, Lewisham is my favourite.
Oh, there you go.
Hello.
I do like
Beth.
Petersham, though.
Do you want to go through all the shams?
No.
Okay, you happy?
I want to focus on Beth.
Beth, we need someone to win this money. Let's make it you, okay?
I'd love that to be me.
All right, Beth. Well, there's 10 questions that stand between you and that money. You've got 60 seconds. If you're not sure, say pass, because if you're wrong, it's over. But we can come back if you say pass usually, okay?
All right, I'm ready.
Beth, here we go.
Okay.
Here comes question number 1. How many days are in a weekend?
2.
Question 2. On which body part would you wear a tie?
Around your neck.
Question 3. What colour carpet is often found at award shows?
Red.
Question 4. Halloween is celebrated in which month?
October.
Question 5. True or false? An igloo is a house made out of ice.
True.
Question 6. What colour is associated with the streaming service Stan?
Pass.
Question 7. Which vegetable is known for making people cry?
Onion.
Question 8. Blake Lively is married to which Marvel actor?
Pass.
Question 9. What season are we in right now?
We're in winter.
Question 10. Medusa's hair is mythically made of what animal?
Snakes.
Back to question 6. What colour is associated with the streaming service
Blue.
Stan? Yes. Question
Blue.
8. Blake Lively is married to which Marvel actor?
Ryan Reynolds.
Yes!
There it is.
Yay! Oh,
Thank
Beth.
you, my husband. My husband helped me with Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, your husband helped you with Ryan Reynolds. There you go.
Yep.
What's your,
Thank
husband, what's your husband's name, Beth?
His name's Josh.
Good on
All
you,
right.
Joshy.
Now, Beth and Josh, you've got a decision to make. You've won $1,000, Beth. That is yours. No questions asked if you want to go and enjoy that now. But I'm looking at question 11, which is a bonus question. If you answer this correctly, you turn your $1,000 into $2,000. If you get it wrong, you get nothing. Or you can just leave with your $1,000 now.
Do you know, I'm going to leave. I'm so sorry that I'm leaving.
Whoa. Maybe put your husband on.
No.
I'll put the tempting pants on.
For Josh. Beth can make I don't like the trope that her husband needs to make this decision. No.
He ran away.
Rightly so. Because Jonesy's putting on the tempting pants.
I reckon betwixt the two, you'll get this. Come on.
Don't say it. Beth?
Josh, he won't. He ran off because he won't speak on the radio.
Well, Beth, what do you want to do? Jonesy's put on...
I'm staying. No. I need the money. I really do.
All right, we'll let it go. But we will torture you by asking you the question anyway.
It was good to get the pants out, though.
I know, they've been in the linen press for
some
months.
moth holes in them.
How unfortunate placement.
I thought you put a pest strip in there.
So, here we go. Now,
You'll
Beth,
get this, Beth.
You've got $1,000 is yours. This deal is no longer on the table, I'm afraid.
No.
But let's see if you would have got it just to torture you, okay?
Okay.
How many letters are in the English alphabet?
26.
There it is.
Let's not even worry about that. You got $1,000. Congratulations, Beth.
Yay! Thank you so
Horsham,
much.
Technically my favourite sham in the whole of Sydney.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
And we've broken the hoodoo. It's gone.
Good on you.
We can do it again tomorrow.
What's Josh saying about the alphabet question, Beth?
He's having his breakfast now. He loves his...
I think your husband Josh is a budgie.
I don't think Josh exists, Beth. We want proof of life. Congratulations.
Well done.
Thank you so much.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast.
So yesterday I had a hair appointment, and even though I've only got 3 strands of hair, when you have colour put in your hair...
Where's this coming from?
I used to have really thick, luxuriant hair when I was a teenager.
It looks good.
And now I'm 2 years past my teenage years. I've got 3 strands left.
You've got good hair.
I do not. I've dyed my hair for so long that pretty much I'm a skull.
What would... You've been pushing
Alas,
that.
poor Yorick.
You've been pushing that. Remember we got publicity photos back in 2004 when you decided to come over and work for me. And that was what you said. We were getting a picture at the beach and you said, I look like a skull.
Well, they took the photo and we're in a wind tunnel. And even you said I look like a skull.
People thought we were doing Hamlet down by the beach.
Well, that's the joke I've just made.
No. But you don't look like a skull. You look great. I don't know where this comes from.
Well, you're very kind, but anyway, when I do...
Negative self-talk. We won't have it here.
No, it's your job to slag me off, not my job to slag me off. But when I go to the hairdresser, it takes 100 hours. It really does. And that's fine because that's how long it takes. But usually I go during the day. Yesterday I had an appointment at 5 p.m. and I forgot that Liam and Jack were coming over for dinner. They don't live at home anymore. So it's a big treat when we're all together. I talk to them all the time. I see them. But for the 4 of us to have dinner, as Harley says, the dog likes to count to 4. The dog meaning our dog.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay.
Everyone's happy when everyone's...
about you.
Everyone's happy when everyone's at home.
Of course.
So I said to Morgan, my hairdresser, Morgan, I think.
Morgan works on me as well.
Yeah, he does.
He with Channel 9.
That's right.
Does all this.
He's fabulous. And so I said, is there any way, I can get home a bit earlier? Otherwise, by the time I do that, I'll be home at 7:30. A, that's midnight for me. And B, I've got to make tea for the boys. So what he said, and, I don't think hairdressers necessarily like to do this, but he said, how about I was only going to have a bit of a trim and put the colour in. He said, I'll trim your hair, we'll put the colour in. And he said, you can go home with the foils in, you have to wash them out after 40 minutes. He watched me put the timer on my phone because I didn't trust myself. If I fall asleep in the foils, my 3 strands will disappear. So anyway, I parked right out the front of the salon. It's the only way I could make it happen. And so I went home. Have you ever seen anyone with foils in their hair? Does Helen have foils in her hair?
No.
It's big flaps of alfoil.
I've seen that. I know what you're talking about.
you're trying to stop an alien invasion of your own head.
Yeah, you look like a cooker.
You look like a crazy person. So I had foils in my hair and I'd taken a scarf with me. So I looked a bit like I was an extra from Coronation Street.
You didn't look too bad.
I sent you a photo.
I didn't post it. But
Don't post it.
Oh.
I always have to be careful sending you anything these days. So I had a scarf around, but I still had flaps of alfoil out the sides.
Yeah.
And this big high Marge Simpson thing happening around my head. And on the way home, I thought, I do not want to have an accident. I do not want to have to get out of my car. And because I thought that, I willed my worst driving to come to the fore, and I willed every driver around me to try and run into me. That's how it felt on my way home.
So what you're saying, you just drove like normal?
Maybe that's how I always drive, but I was very aware of it. A couple of times I had to go, slam my brakes on so I didn't hit the car in front. I was driving with high anxiety and I thought, please don't let me have an accident now. And I got home safely and all was well.
It's the worst timing. So nothing happened?
No. But I was anxious that things like that would happen.
Mm-hmm.
Remember once we did a tribal drum on Tales of the Fancy Dress Party and someone was dressed as Superman and had a car accident? You know, these things happen at the worst time. They really do. It's like the universe says, all right, let's have a laugh.
Let's test this out on you.
Yeah.
Maybe the tribal drum will beat for this.
What do we call it?
This is the worst timing.
This is the worst timing.
That's what I said.
Yeah, this is the worst timing. When has something happened, you think, please, no, not now.
We don't want uneventful stories like Amanda's.
Oh, well, sorry that I didn't have a car accident,
Well, it would have been
Brendan.
good if you ran into Larry Emder while he was getting a tattoo.
Okay.
That would have really...
Sure.
You know, that would have been quite the story arc.
Or if I'd pooed my pants, Brendan, you'd have loved that.
Could have you at least pooed your pants?
So what have you got for us? This is the worst timing.
Jam Nation.
The tribal drum is beating. This is the worst timing.
This is the worst timing.
The irony is we're talking about timing and the timing of that grab is terrible straight after you've said it. But I chose to drive home from a hair appointment with my foils in, so I didn't have to sit in the salon.
Nothing eventful happened.
Nothing, but I was anxious the whole time because I thought if you're ever going to have an incident, it's going to be when you least expect it. I've said this to a girlfriend who's trying to find a boyfriend. And she said, you know, I'm getting nice undies. I said, don't bother. It will happen for you when you're completely ungroomed and got your worst undies on. That's when it will happen.
That's when Jason Murray's going to come into your life.
Yeah.
What about that time we used to do a segment on the show called Scene Stealers? We'd act out a scene from a movie and we were doing something from Fast and the Furious.
I know where you're going with this.
And we'd dress up like the characters.
Yeah.
I was dressed up like Paul Walker and you were dressed up like, for some reason, Vin Diesel.
I had a bald cap on.
Yeah, and a vest.
And
at that moment, Ugly Phil O'Neill, who just started at this radio station, so it was his first day, he wanted to make a good impression.
First week.
His first week, he walks in and he has no idea what we're doing. No. And he sees you in a bald cap, wearing a vest, Ugly Phil, bald, and he's wearing a vest.
The worst thing was I just looked up from and I saw him in my peripheral vision just looking through the studio window and I thought, he thinks I'm taking the mickey out of him.
Yeah.
That's how our relationship started.
That's what you said to HR, wasn't it? And it went downhill from there.
Hello.
Phil hasn't worn a vest since.
You should wear a Jason Murray hat, maybe.
Maybe, that could be a thing.
Hello, Peter, how are you?
Good morning, both of you.
What was the worst possible timing? What happened?
Oh, I was on my way out for work and my then almost 1-year-old needed bot change. And my partner's like, oh, do I have to get up, you know? And I was like, yeah, I'll do it. Anyway, so got him on the change table, just removed the nappy just in time for him to unleash like what would have probably been a number 3.
Oh.
And he just shot out and hit me right in the tummy and went everywhere. No. And because I was dressed in my work clothes and I worked for the Army and I was right on time, like I needed to leave to be there on time.
Yeah.
And of course, after cleaning everything up and doing that and getting him changed and finding a new set of clothes to wear and get to work, I rocked in and they're like, well, you're late. And I'm like, you're not going to believe this, but my son just pooped all over me. And they're like, yeah, right. I was like, do you think I'd make up an excuse like that?
It's true. Yeah. And in the Army, they don't accept excuses. We're going over the top at 0600 to take on the Turk.
Yeah, so
we don't care if you had a poo explosion.
I have to change my shirt, everyone.
Good on you, Pete.
Oh, thank you, Peter.
Helen's joined us as well.
Hi, Helen. What happened?
It was a few years ago. I was organising a dinner and I thought, looking a bit pale, I'll go and have my first ever spray tan. You know, the regulations, they say, you know, wear loose, wear nothing under it. Petrified I was going to break down. Got home, heard a voice. I was out the back, was hiding, and then all of a sudden the gentleman came round because he was dropping off some prizes, took one look at me, and pretty much all I had was something very loose, very see-through, nothing else on. I don't know who screamed louder, him or me.
Oh, no.
I spent the rest of the night avoiding him, but it was really hard because I was looking the colour of Donald Trump at this stage. Oh. And he actually said to his mates, I've now seen Helen in her best and left.
Oh. So he was dropping something off and then you had to catch up with him again later at the event.
Yeah, he was dropping some prizes off at the function, and
he got a prize when he saw you.
And he just didn't know where to look, didn't know what to say, except for scream like a girl like I did.
So he actually screamed.
Oh.
Well, that's not what you want.
No, and also not just seeing you in your flimsy stuff.
But it's supposed to be sexy. You don't want to scream.
The bright orange as well, but until you shower it off.
Good on you, Helen.
Thank you, Helen.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast.
I'm going to make this short and sweet. I'm only going to say it once.
Yesterday you had to get your hair done. You had to get some foils in there.
And I needed to get home because I'd forgotten that the kids were coming over for dinner. So I went home with foils in my hair and a scarf wrapped around my head, looking like I was channeling aliens and also looking like an extra from Coronation Street. It was an unusual look, and I thought if I'm ever going to have a car accident, it's going to be now. And luckily I didn't. I drove so badly.
Mm-hmm.
Other people seem to drive badly. The universe conspires against you in moments like that.
So it was pretty uneventful.
I'm sorry, Brendan, that I didn't
it would be great
end
if
up
it was
in a
eventful.
terrible fiery ball. And the only thing that wouldn't have singed would have been my hair.
Then the tribal drum would be beating for whenever you ended up in a terrible fiery ball. But no, today it's beating for this is the worst timing.
This is the worst timing.
Hello, Janelle. What happened?
Morning, guys. A couple of years ago, getting up early, first thing in the morning, getting all the kids ready. We've got my son's appointment at Westmead Hospital. He unfortunately had a car accident, was involved in a car accident and come out the other end pretty battered and bruised. So we're getting ready for his appointment. And my youngest, the 18-month-old, toddles into the bathroom, misses the bathroom step, goes face first, straight down onto the tiles. Stands up, blood coming out of his lips, blood coming out of the nose. There's a graze on the chin. It's starting to swell. And I'm like, of all times, I already look like the worst mother in the world. I have this 6-year-old that's battered and bruised and turning up to Westmead Hospital for an inspection to make sure that I'm Mother of the Year. And I turn up now with my 18-month-old with a face that looks like I've just punched him.
That is the worst timing ever.
That is the worst timing.
That's the stuff
Because they start asking questions. Do they do the welfare questions, Janelle?
Yeah. What have you done? What sort of parent are you?
Oh, terrible.
They went straight to it. Usually they say, so how did he fall over again?
Janelle. That's and everyone well?
Yeah, everyone's fine. We've moved on. My middle son recovered as best as possible. He did get a brain injury, but that's okay. We're all good. But worst timing ever.
Worst timing ever, Janelle.
Good on you, Janelle.
Oh, thank you.
Jason has joined us.
Hello, Jason. What was the bad timing for you?
Well, I used to go to my grandmother's every Thursday night, and sometimes I couldn't be bothered getting out of my onesie, so I would drive over to her place in my onesie. She would be suitably horrified that was inappropriate dress to leave the house, and she would always say, I hope you get pulled over on the way home. I hope you get pulled over. And one week I did get pulled over for a random breath test, and when I was getting my licence out of my wallet, I dropped it down the side of the seat. So I had to get out of the car in my bright yellow onesie and get my licence out from down the side of the seat. The policeman thought it was hilarious, as did my grandmother, but she would spend the next 10 years saying, I told you so, I told you so.
Yep.
It's a life if I told you so.
It is not only with you in the onesie, you dropped the licence. The universe said, okay, Jason, your turn tonight.
Yeah. Thank you, Jason.
Thank you.
Thank you for all your calls.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation Podcast.
Let's get on down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms for the pub test. Are parents over Book Week? Does it pass the pub test?
Oh, Book Week, hey? As you said a bit earlier, Brendan, Book Week in our day, there was one day kids dressed up as a book. And most of the time, let's face it, you're dressing up it's a chance to just dress up in a superhero costume. Now it seems that Book Week goes for a whole week and there's themes of craft days, bring your favourite book and share it with everyone. That all sounds wonderful. But if you've got a busy family parents are really saying, please, can we make this stop? Keeping on top of nightly homework is enough. I can't do the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
And some schools are actually banning superhero outfits. You have to be dressed as a proper book. And parents are going, I can't keep up. Please give me a break.
Did we have book week when we were kids at school? I don't think we did.
We had cave wall day.
Okay. We didn't have any of that. So my kids now are all old. And, you know, there'd be a thing where but you'd only do it once, I don't know, once a year or something like that. It wasn't that involved.
This is once a year.
Yeah, but now it's a week. It's not just one day, it's a whole week.
This parent has said something interesting here that I've been reading, saying, look, stop book week, and maybe after preschool you should be focusing on introducing kids to new books. Buy a book, not a costume. Let's not put the pressure on families have to buy costumes. And can they do their craft and all that stuff in class? After school is just too hard. Book week serves as a reminder for families that you can't keep on top of everything. Another one is saying here, every year it gets more complicated, more expensive, less related to the actual book. That's why kids dress as superheroes. It's movie week, really. And they may not be true books, but it's too hard otherwise.
Yep. When one of my kids did Alien versus Predator as a book in their HSC, I thought, well, this is true. This happened.
In the HSC?
In the HSC. This is what happened. This happened. Okay?
Really?
This is where we're at.
How do you feel?
I would have blitzed school if I went back in time, and with the curriculum now, I reckon I would have blitzed school.
every year I dream of you taking on the HSC.
Maybe I should do it. Maybe I should do that. No maths.
There'd be homework.
Do I have to do maths?
Yeah, well, maybe not, but there'd be homework. Suddenly you got very quiet, Brendan. You're rubbing your face.
Anyway.
How do you feel? Book week. Are parents over book week, really? Does book week pass the pub test?
13 WSFM is our number. We'll have that for you at 8 o'clock.
Jam Nation.
I demand entertainment. Are you not entertained?
Put on your dancing shoes.
Now give me your best shot.
Straight to the source from the Daily Oz. She's the editor. Emma Gillespie is here.
Hello. Well, we have a big Hollywood feud to get into today. You might have seen some headlines around a movie called It Ends With Us. It came out last week. It went straight to number 1 at the box office. It's earned over US $100 million globally. But who cares? That's not what anyone is talking about. We're talking about an alleged feud between Blake Lively, the star of the film. You might know her as the star of Gossip Girl from the mid-noughties. She's Ryan Reynolds' wife. And her co-star, Justin Baldoni, who also produced and directed the film. Now, it's based on a book by Colleen Hoover, this best-selling book about domestic violence. It was really big during lockdowns. Colleen Hoover was sort of known as the book talk personality of TikTok. But things have gotten so strained that this guy, Baldoni, has hired a PR crisis manager. She's a veteran who's represented the likes of Johnny Depp and Drake. Let's go back to the beginning. So it all kicked off at a movie premiere on the 6th of August when Justin Baldoni was there, but he was not photographed with any of the cast or crew. So immediately fans kind of noticed that was a little bit odd. Why was he to the side? He watched the movie from a different theatre that night. It was all kind of strange. And then the very clever people of the internet realised that Blake Lively and the cast had unfollowed him on Instagram, and the speculation just exploded from there.
So he wasn't the guy that was in that thing with Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds being interviewed? No.
No.
Okay.
But similar, coincidentally, there is that Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, Wolverine stuff going on at the moment.
Because that movie, when I saw that, I thought that movie was a rom-com, not about domestic violence.
This is one of the things, is that there's some criticism that at least he is talking, and I haven't seen the film, at least he is talking about the subject matter where there's some criticism that she's being interviewed as if this is the big summer movie and it's a rom-com and she's using it to sell her hair care products and her alcohol line.
Yeah, so there's been a bit of division around this issue. So as you mentioned, Amanda, it's a film about domestic violence, and Blake Lively and some of the other cast members have been accused of not really talking about the issue at the heart of the film enough. She has launched a hair care line. She posted a video about go to the movies with your girlfriends and wear flowers because her character is a florist. And a bunch of old interviews with Blake Lively have resurfaced. So it's really turned into this weird kind of takedown of Blake Lively, who her reputation has always been as this kind of golden girl of Hollywood. A lot of us grew up watching her on Gossip Girl, so we really have that kind of parasocial relationship where we feel like we know her. Her relationship with Ryan Reynolds is really public and they're so cute and beautiful with their beautiful family. And I don't think anyone was really expecting a takedown of Blake Lively of all people. So a few interviews have come out with some kind of questionable grabs, things that she said that were offensive about trans people. And we've got a grab of this one interview that's resurfaced. It's from 2016 and a journalist was interviewing her. Lively was pregnant at the time. This journo says that she almost quit her job after the experience. Here's a bit of what happened.
First of all, congrats on your little bump.
Congrats on your little bump.
What about my bump?
You've got two nice ones.
And they are kind of bumps, aren't they?
No, not bumps. The lovely lady lumps. Check it out.
So what's the
So
what's
the
big deal there?
journalist said to Blake Lively, who was obviously pregnant, congratulations on your bump. And Blake Lively got snarky and said, well, congratulations on your bump. This woman wasn't pregnant.
It was just a very awkward aftermath. And if you watch it in the vision, you can just see this real tension and it's yucky and weird.
It's hard to judge someone on one bad interview, though, isn't it?
Well, exactly. And this journo's come out and said that it was a really uncomfortable situation, the most uncomfortable she'd ever experienced. Is it not okay to congratulate someone on their pregnancy? And the hate that's been directed towards Blake Lively has been really intense. And I'm not suggesting that that wasn't an uncomfortable interaction, but you've got to remember she probably had been doing a press junket for days or weeks.
Yeah.
This might have been the 50th journo she's
we've
talking
done,
with.
We've done heaps of those interviews, and you know, unless I see the kid's head crowning, I don't say anything.
Well, she was
to a pregnant woman.
She was publicly pregnant.
Yeah, I know that, but I
she may
wouldn't
not
say
have
I
wanted
still-
to talk about it, and it may not have been a nice thing, but it should not now be resurfacing.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have
And
thought.
it does suck when someone famous treats you like that and you'll never forget it. You see their face around all the time in all the movies and shows they do after that. It's not a nice feeling.
Is this good for the film or is it bad?
Well, I mean, the film is doing really well at the box office. In terms of if it's any good or not, it's received pretty middle of the road reviews. It's got a 58% score on Rotten Tomatoes. Sort of general consensus is that it's a bit clunky and a bit earnest. We did get a statement, though, this morning from one of the other main cast members. So Blake Lively has been very kind of hush-hush, Justin Baldoni as well. They've skirted around the issue. No one's really talking about the elephant in the room. But Brandon Sklenar is one of the actors in the movie, and this morning he posted a statement saying, Colleen Hoover, who's the author of the book and the EP, and the women of this cast stand for hope, perseverance, and for women choosing a better life for themselves. Vilifying them, those who put so much of their heart and soul into making this film because they believe so strongly in its message, is counterproductive and detracts from what the film is about. It is not meant to once again make the women the bad guy. Let's move beyond that. All I ask is that before you spread hate on the internet, ask yourself who it is helping.
There you go. Or go and see Deadpool versus Wolverine.
Exactly.
Go and buy some hair care products.
Exactly.
It's very reminiscent of the Don't Worry Darling saga back in 2022. So that means there's probably about 3 more weeks left in the tank of this one before we all forget about it.
And then the outrage can stop. Em, thank you.
Thank you.
Check her out. Editor of the Daily Oz, Emma Gillespie.
Jonesy and Amanda. Sam Nation.
Podcast.
We're not gonna take it. I want you to get up right now. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Go to your windows, open them, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell. I'm not gonna take this anymore.
Down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms for the Pub Test Book Week 2024 in Australia will be celebrated from August 17 to 23.
That's a whole week. Used to be maybe a book day would have been okay. Parents and some
It is
parents.
book week, so literal, maybe.
I know.
Everyone says
there's
literally.
there is a whole variety of events, but sometimes they involve craft, kids having to bring in a book. Of course, the dress-up day. Some schools have banned kids from just dressing as superheroes and things. They want them to properly reference books they're reading and to bring the book to show. That's a lot of pressure, isn't it? And some parents are saying, hey, it's too much. Please just let the kids enjoy themselves. You're just loading up parents, not the kids. It's
What if
just
you went as
too hard.
Homer, but you were there for Homer's Iliad?
But dressed as Homer Simpson.
Yeah, I think it's brilliant.
Maybe years ago, a friend of mine at her school, a kid just walked around in a little suit because Bill Clinton had written a book that year. So, you can be creative, but do parents have time to be creative? This is exhausting. As one parent here said, it just makes our life so much harder. So what do you... And also, let's get kids to read books. Let's not spend our time and money on costumes. How do you feel? Does Book Week still pass the pub test?
Well,
Well, not book week. I think it should be book day. I think it's so much fun for the kids. It fosters learning and understanding. Yeah, so only have it for one day, though.
Yeah, I reckon it's a fantastic idea. It's a great way for kids to get up and look like their favourite character. Doesn't matter whether it's Louis, Superman, Pooh Bear. It's really good fun. I love it.
I think it absolutely does pass the pub test because everyone bangs on about decreasing literacy levels in kids and students. This is the time for books to shine and to be made a hero. And the problem with Book Week is the parents who try to make Instagram-worthy costumes and have to outdo each other. You can do it simply.
Doing it for the gram. That's the problem.
Yep.
You know what I say? You know what I say?
What?
Stay in school and learn school.
Jam Nation.
Larry Emder is such a nice guy. He sent me a text saying, thanks for yours and my support.
Who could not support him, though? Maybe he should have worn that athletic support when he was on TV the next morning getting a tattoo on his bum.
Yeah. And we'll be wanting that support back, Larry.
Give it a rinse.
What about Celia Piccola with the presenting at the Logies?
She provided one of the highlights of the night. So what happens is she's presenting an award and I think she read out the wrong category. And in the midst of her saying, hang on, this is all wrong, I've been sabotaged as a joke, suddenly the audio crashed in. Here's kind of what happened.
The nominees for Best Lead Actor in a Drama are... That's incorrect.
It's just behind us.
No, it's not that. It's the Best Drama Program.
Drama program?
Someone at Channel 7 is
me. And she changed her voice.
Because suddenly they just ran in the nominees. Quick, press the button. But everyone loved it. Everyone loves Celia. She's joining us next.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation podcast.
Celia Piccola is a fabulously busy woman. On Sunday, she delivered one of the moments of the night at the Logies, firing off a fabulous F-bomb on stage, which is not dropping profanities. She's hosting Thank God You're Here. She has a new stand-up show. So much to discuss. Celia, hello.
Hello. Have you got the bleep button ready for me?
Yeah, ready to go.
It'd be so good if you swore on our show because we need to put some bums on seats. So that's what happens these days.
Listen, in my defence, it was 2 a.m. And no regrets. And you know what? It's the strangest thing because you know when you have a night out and then the next day you're like, that can't have happened how I remember it happening. But then you remember that it was on live national television, and so you're able to go back and check.
But I was watching it. Kitty Flanagan, she dropped the F-bomb at 7:30.
Well, that's it. At like 7:30, yeah.
And I just, as I was watching it, I thought, did Kitty just swear? When I first started in radio, I almost got the sack because I accidentally put the S word to air. And there was this whole thing. So this was 1990. And now we're at a point where...
Gosh. And they say free-to-air TV is dead. You're keeping it alive,
Good on you.
Celia.
Well, you got to offer something to the people who've stuck it out and are still watching at that time. Full respect. But I mean, me and Kitty, geez, the women of the ABC are really not being very respectful at all. But yeah, what an outrageous evening it was. So I appreciate you having me on, even though I might bring your wonderful show into disrepute.
We're thrilled to have you.
My behaviour.
It's about time we got some disrepute.
I love your returning to stand-up for the first time in 5 years. I know you had a baby 2 years ago.
That's right.
What does it feel very different to be coming back?
Oh, it really did. And it was particularly special for me because I honestly didn't know if I would come back to stand-up because it was lockdown and all of that. And then when I was pregnant, it was such a new thing. I'm like, I don't know how this is going to affect me. I don't know what I'm going to feel like doing afterwards. So the fact that I found that I still wanted to do it, and if anything, I had a lot more to talk about because of this outrageous process that is, meeting someone new in a whirlwind and then getting pregnant very fast and then having a baby and all of this stuff. So I was really delighted to get back on stage, and also so the audiences were so warm and wonderful, particularly in Melbourne where I opened it. I'm still taking it to Sydney and Brisbane, but just because I'd been away for a while, it really felt like a catch-up. It was just like, guys, I've got so much to tell you, and I loved it. That said, I don't think I'll do another one for a few years because I need to, everything's different now. Nightlife is not, gigging at night is just not sort of conducive to my current 9 p.m. bedtimes, and I need to live some more life before I've got something to talk about. But yeah, I loved coming back.
Amy Poehler used to say that, why can't we see shows and see musicians and all of that at 4 p.m, and I can sit there with a cheese plate, a chair with back support, and then go,
yeah. Well, during Melbourne, my show was on at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. It was fantastic. And the first line of my show, I would walk out and I'd go, hello, everybody. First of all, 5 o'clock, you're welcome. You are welcome. This is my charity work. This is how I give back. Because, you know what? Sometimes I want a night out, but I want to be home before it's night, okay?
That's what it's about.
Nothing wrong with that.
And then look at you. You're just doing great stuff. Rosehaven's coming back, isn't it?
No, Rosehaven's is done. Look, maybe a Christmas movie at one point, and I saw Luke, and I love him dearly, and I miss him so much, and we'll do something else together, and I do miss Rosehaven, but it feels like we ended it the way we wanted to end it. Maybe, this is my pitch that Luke does not enjoy at all, which I think we could do a Christmas movie on the Spirit of Tasmania. Just entirely set on the Spirit of Tasmania. And Luke, every time I bring it up, he goes, Celia, have you been on the Spirit of Tasmania? And I go, no. And he goes, yeah, that's why you want to do that.
Everyone's
Because the ad for the Spirit of Tasmania is getting there is half the fun. How bad's Tassie going to be if you get on the Spirit of Tasmania? But,
so who knows? Maybe one day, but no, not at the moment.
Okay, well, forget that then. Thank God you're here, though. You are so good as the host
really
on.
Oh, that's very kind. I feel like my job is to be functional and enjoy being there. And I do. Like, I just have the best seat in the house.
Do you get secret pleasure knowing how nervous everyone else is? You go sucko?
Oh, I love it so much. Oh, it's so delicious. I don't know if you saw last week's episode. Sam Pang was on, who's one of my closest friends in the whole world, and I never thought he'd do it in a million years. And the joy I had watching him come out dressed as a highwayman with a, three-pointed hat and a ponytail and a pistol. And I don't know, I slid down the wall in joy. I was so delighted. But the thing is, I love them. They're all nervous, but also I really like being there to go, you're going to be okay. I feel my role is to be the smiling face that pushes you out of the airplane, I'm the last thing you see before you get shoved off the cliff. So I really try and be by a friendly face. But no, I love it. I'm delighted.
You are that one. You're the one that you're going to jump something on a push bike and you're the one that goes, you can do it. Yeah. You'll do it. You'll do it.
You'll be fine. Don't worry. I know. It's delightful. I don't have to actually do it myself. I just get to enjoy watching them do it. And the thing is, a lot of them are my close mates, like Luke McGregor or Sam Pang or whatever. But then there's other just my comedy heroes who I don't know super well, and I'm just beside myself. Like tonight's episode is Ross Noble, who I'm still completely giddy and fangirl around him. So that's very good to know.
No pashing.
No pashing. No swearing.
No pashing. No swearing.
I don't know if Ross Noble's pash-worthy.
Oh, I think he is. I think he's crush-worthy, and he's going to be the subject of your next stand-up, obviously, Celia, in
possibly
5 years' time.
Possibly. Well, I mean, I'm going to have at least 25 minutes about the Logies first.
Yeah, that's right. Then
we'll get
Ross
to
Noble.
Well, Celia, it's great to see you. Thank God you're here. Is tonight on 10 and 10 Play. You didn't drop the F-bomb, so we appreciate that.
Thank you so much. I'll try and improve myself.
Lovely to talk to you.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast.
Time for what? It's time to get back to work. Okay, it's enough goofing off.
Michael Clark's done a hard launch on his new relationship.
What's he done?
Well, if you're going to do a hard launch, you don't want to keep stuff quiet if you get on a get-out-of-town Harley with your new misso. And that's what he seems to have done there.
With your new misso.
What was his old misso's name again?
Kylie?
No, that was
Pip Edwards?
Pip, and there was another one. Jade.
Jade. Oh, look, I'm not here to list all his exes.
Well, I don't know. He's just on the front page of the paper.
Oh, okay.
So
but I'm anxious. And
we haven't ratted him out.
I'm anxious that he's got a helmet on, but his knuckles are exposed. His girlfriend's got sandals on.
Hasn't fallen off the giant belt sander of life. Anyway, away from that, Alicia Silverstone.
Well, you may remember Alicia Silverstone from the movie Clueless from a number of years ago. You also may remember she's the same person that once announced she pre-chews her son's food and feeds him baby bird style. Yeah. Well, she's put something in her mouth that may not have agreed with her.
I don't think you're supposed to eat this. Does anyone know what this is?
She's had an incident in London. We're going to talk about it next.
Jam Nation.
So Alicia Silverstone, the headline this morning was, doing a welfare check, is she alive?
Yeah.
Because what's happened, she's been walking through the streets of London and she comes across a bush that's behind a fence. It's in someone's front yard and she thinks she'll have a nibble of it.
Okay, I've discovered something that I can't figure out what it is and I need your help. I I just bit into it because I was on the street and we were discussing whether this was a tomato or not. It's definitely not because look at these leaves. So what the heck is this? Because when you open it up, it looks like that. And if I bite it, I don't think you're supposed to eat this. But it's almost like a pepper. Does anyone know what this is?
I would advise against munching into errant bushes when you're out on the street.
Apart from people saying that's where all the dogs wee, people are saying, she's saying, does anyone know what it is? People do know what it is. It's a deadly nightshade that's very poisonous to humans.
I've heard of nightshade.
Yeah, so all parts of the plant are poisonous, especially unripe fruits. If the plant or the fruit is eaten, early symptoms can include fever, sweating, vomiting, stomach pain, headache, increased heart rate. Symptoms are delayed for several hours and can persist for days. Death has been reported.
Right. Isn't it biblical? Wasn't it a biblical fruit years ago because that was the fruit, if you ate it, you would die. But it looks like a tasty fruit, forbidden fruit.
Wow, there's been a lot of that in the Bible. Well, people are telling her, hey, it's you asking me what it is. Here it is.
Don't eat it.
Deadly
But she's
nightshade.
munched into it.
She's munched into it.
And we haven't heard anything.
No,
from
and
Alicia
lots of people
Silverstone.
since then
Silverstone.
have been asking. We actually left a message on her agent's answering machine
Welfare
this
check.
morning. Welfare check.
And also to
This
give
is
a
the
praise
thing.
from Blast for the Past movie.
No, well, she's actually gone to ground since she's eaten this, which has made people very concerned. Is she alive? We just don't know.
We don't know. Right now we're sitting here with no idea.
No.
She's alive.
What?
How would you know?
I looked on her Instagram.
Okay.
And she posted.
Just now, because she hadn't a minute ago.
Yeah, it's a photo of her. It looks like she's at some professional photo shoot.
Right.
And the caption is, alive and well. Don't worry, I didn't swallow, winky face.
Oh. Okay.
You know, social media just takes the fun out of everything. You're not supposed to even have your phone in the studio.
All right, well,
Did we talk
Alicia
to you about that?
Silverstone, people, we've done our welfare check. She is alive and well. Let's hope she's not chewing it up and spitting it into her child's mouth.
Talk to him.
What?
He's just give me attitude.
Well, I'm talking to you on the radio. You're not listening to me
I told him
either.
not to have the phone in the studio. Both of you sit there. You're playing
Well, Amanda's
Wordle.
allowed to have her phone, so
Well,
why
'cause she's
can't
an
I have
adult.
my phone?
Wordle won't do itself, Brian.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Everybody shout! Come on now, sing out! It's time for the ghoulies get together.
20,000. Oh, what's happened to my voice?
I'll do it all. $20,000 cash could be won by you thanks to Hair and Falls Machinery House. All you got to do is send your ghoulie in via the iHeartRadio app.
That's what our favourite ghoulie of the year will get. What have we got today?
My ghoulie is menopause. I was recently at my niece's wedding and I've been asked to say a few words. Just before speech time, I experienced a huge hot flush and started sweating profusely. So I quickly dabbed my face with a tissue. I gave my speech, everyone clapped, but when I got back to my seat, my son started picking things off my face. It was bits of tissue. He said I spoke well, but I looked like Norman Gunston.
Oh, no.
Damn.
Damn, menopause gets you every which way.
What else?
What gets my ghoulies is when you're on a road trip and along the road trip you suddenly have to stop to use a public bathroom. You walk into the stall, open the stall door, and all you see is human species all over the walls, over the toilet seat, on the floor. It's absolute disgusting. That's what gets my ghoulies.
Human species on the wall.
That's just too much. Species
Too much.
to species.
Too much.
Out with the bad, in with the good. Except if you're in a public bathroom, contact us via the iHeartRadio app for your ghoulie. It's 2 to 9.
Our favourite caller, email or Facebook friend wins a Beyond Skyway experience for two at Scenic World.
Ooh.
Includes drinks.
You also get the Jonesy and Amanda tea towel and key ring. Yesterday you got your hair done.
I did. I had foils put in and I had to get home because the boys were coming for dinner and I hadn't factored it in. So I went home with the foils in with strict instructions.
Everyone thought you would become a conspiracy theorist.
Well, I
You
look
got
like
the tinfoil hat on.
looked like I was trying to keep out the aliens. I also looked like I was an extra from Coronation Street. I had a scarf around my head. And I was so lucky I didn't have an accident on the way home. I was just thinking this would be the worst possible time to get out of the car.
The tribal drum was beating for, this happened at the worst possible time.
This is the worst timing.
Here's Helen from Borkham Hills. She decided to get her very first ever spray tan before an event that she was organising that night.
Got home, heard a voice, and then all of a sudden the gentleman came round because he was dropping off some prizes, took one look at me, and pretty much all I had was something very loose, very see-through, nothing else on. I don't know who screamed louder, him or me.
Oh, no.
I spent the rest of the night avoiding him, but it was really hard because I was looking the colour of Donald Trump at this stage, and he actually said to his mates, I've now seen Helen in her best and less.
So he was dropping something off and then you had to catch up with him again later at the event.
Yeah, he was dropping some prizes off at the function and he just didn't know where to look, didn't know what to say except for scream like a girl like I did.
Best and less, no fancy overheads.
Righto, you two. That's enough.
Well, Bill Weaver is next with your chance to win the next trip for two to the Cook Islands. We'll be giving it away on Friday.
We've got some stuff for the cutting room floor that you can always check out in our podcast department.
And we'll be back tonight for Jam Nation at 6.
Good day to you.
Well, thank God that's over.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Wipe the tears, baby, dear, from your eyes.
Catch Jonesy and Amanda's podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Damn Nation Podcast. Catch up on what you've missed on the free iHeartRadio app.